How's it going, guys? And welcome back to my garage. Alrighty, so here we are back in the shop, and yeah, we've got a little bit of work to do, and I've got a little bit of news about the two donor vehicles that we had. So those have been, well, sold and kind of traded in for some parts. As you can see here, we've got a second-hand engine which is a little bit rusty and crusty. We need to try and see if we can build a proper engine out of the two. So fortunately, we do have got the sub-assembly ready over here. We are going to tear this thing down and just dig into it a bit. So on the screen you will see the message that the guy sent me with the offer of $1,800 with the engine. So you can go ahead and pause the video if you want to continue reading that. And he already sent some pictures in our Discord server where he's been working on the car. So just have a look at those pictures over there as well. But yes, guys, we need to get cracking. Starting to work on this engine, I think. We should start with that. So yeah, we also did have to tow the vehicles over to the garage or to the barn in order to transfer them. So that is why we are slightly under 1,800, because we sort of went into the negative transferring those vehicles over to the barn. So it's okay. That's just part of the process, I guess. Alright, so we've got some second-hand parts over here. I might have to buy some new ones, depending on what we need. We are going to need probably a new head gasket. We'll see how this one is. Cylinder head looks good, but the intake manifold and the carburetor looks bad. We've got a fairly decent head gasket here. Okay, and let's take off this pressure plate. Fortunately, we do have got a better pressure plate, so this is actually going to work out quite well. I hope. So we'll see. Let's get this clutch plate off so we can have a look at this. Well, the pressure plate, so we can have a look at the clutch plate. Clutch plate, pressure plate is shot. So there goes the clutch plate. Which one is the best one out of the three? We've got yeah, the one that came with the engine seems to be the better one. Okay, let's strip off the flywheel as well, because we are going to need this. Might have to just make sure of the where the frickin' hell did the flywheel go? Oh, it went on to the other engine. Okay, so as I said, I just wanted to have a look at this oil pan, crankshaft and all that, just see what the condition are of this. If it's better than ours, we will just swap it out. I don't think it's going to be a real issue. Okay, and two more bolts in the front. There we go. Right, so there's another oil pan. Seems to be in decent condition. We're just going to rip the crankshaft out with the pistons installed, because I do know we've got one bad-ish piston. I think the piston is 44% in the engine. We've got the crankshaft pulley on the front. Okay, so let's see. What's the condition of that? That is 52%. I think our crankshaft was better. I can't really recall now. I'm just going to take it out again just to make sure. Okay, so let's just undo this. And that way we can also have a look at the oil pan and see if our oil pan is better than the one we got off the second-hand engine here. Alright, come on. We gotta get to all those bolts. Okay. Let's see. Oil pan. Okay, so the one we got with the engine is actually better, so we'll use that one. Okay, crankshaft. Yeah, I think if I recall, our crankshaft is actually better than that one. Okay, shake, shake. There we go. Yeah, look at that. Our crankshaft is nearly brand new. And I recall I did put the worn piston on one of the ends, which is this one. Okay, so that is a lucky guess. All right, let's take off this piston. We'll see the condition, 59. This one, 94. That is a very nice piston. And this one is 68. Also not too bad. Okay, so we've got a couple of spare parts that's going to be kicking around. We'll probably just put them on the shelf somewhere. Okay, so that one is going on our crankshaft. That's going back in our engine block over here. Okay, so let's put that on. So this way, at least we've got a decent crankshaft, decent engine block, decent pistons, and our oil pan is also going to be perfect. I don't know if we're going to have oil in the engine, because I think the oil actually sort of sticks to the oil pan. Because, yeah, I don't know how it works really, but it looks like, yeah, the oil pan keeps its memory of oil that is in the engine. Because we just had this thing off and, yeah, we've got oil in the engine. Let's just check it again, okay. Right, so here's our head gasket, and there's our cylinder head. Alright, why do you have to go and do that now? Okay, you know what? Let's just see what we can get done. We should actually put this thing up onto the engine stand now. May have missed the bolt over there, but now... Crap, there we go. Okay, so that is sorted. Okay. Flywheel, I think this is the only flywheel we have that is really worth anything. Worth reusing, although it's very worn actually. It's not gonna last very long. Because I want to see if we can at least get the car up and running today, but I don't know if it's going to yeah, be able to get done with the amount of money that we have, but we'll see. We do need a couple of new parts as well, like the whatchamacallit, brake calipers and brake discs, because we've got the one decent brake disc and we've got a super thin one, which we would rather try and replace if we can. Alright, let's see what else we can grab off the old engine. Okay, we've got a timing chain. Everything looks decent there. Where's the engine cover? We can probably put the valve cover on. Alright, bolt that up. That one and that one. Let's spin this thing this way. We do have got some new spark plugs as well, so we might have to actually rip these ones out and just check which ones are the better ones. Spark plug socket. Okay, so let's do this first. We're gonna just take out the old ones just to check them out. 80%, that one is good enough already. 38%, that one is, yeah, rubbish at this point. We'll see. I'll do a little bit of cleanup afterwards. Okay, and that one is 82, so it's even better than that one. And how's this one? This one is 51. Okay, so that one is also not terrible, but it's not great, because we do have got the 3 that came out of one of the customer vehicles right over here. So we're going to use this one, or these ones. Okay, pop that into there. Brand new spark plug in there. And we'll pop a brand new one in there. And then I think it was this one over here. Come here. There we go. Right, so that is 4 good spark plugs ready to rock and roll. So the only thing that I'm really very concerned about is the flywheel. But that's okay. I mean, this game is all about maintaining a vehicle and just keeping it in running condition, I guess. Okay, so we've got that spark plug there. This one is going to go to our trash pile. I haven't showed you guys the trash pile yet, so we still need to go and take care of this. But my plan is to load it in the car once the car's up and running, and then we'll just take it over to the pawn shop. And that way we can take care of that. Okay, so we need to transfer this over there. Okay, and this, I don't really know what to do with this at this stage. We'll just have to keep it around for the time being. We might end up building another inline 4 at some point. I don't know, we'll see. It all depends on money. If we need to sell all of the used parts in order to build this car up. Okay, there we go. We also still got this battery, but I think this battery is completely toast because it says 7%, and if you put it on charge, it looks like it charges. So I don't know, we'll see how that is going to work out. Okay, so let's grab the oil filter, transfer that over. Spark wires are not the greatest. Okay, we are going to need the ignition coil here. Okay, ignition coil can go onto our engine we are building here. Okay, and distributor and fuel pump. Okay, let's grab the fuel pump and transfer that over. Right, distributor can come off here. And there we go. I think that is everything. Alternator, yeah, we could probably just check the alternator and see which one is better. Because we do have got an alternator on here, but I don't recall what condition. 42%. I wonder if this one's going to be better. Let's see. We're going to take it off. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Okay, so this one can go onto our engine. Okay, and let's just bolt that up, and then we're going to put this one. Yeah, we'll just pop it on the shelf over there. So the only thing that I really want to buy for the engine is a intake manifold, a carburetor, and also the spark wires. So let's get over here to the catalog. We're just going to go inline 4, and we can probably go to LAD. We go to engine. Alright, so we need the carburetor. We need the intake manifold. That's the exhaust manifold. Intake manifold, and then the spark wires right over there. Okay, so let's see if we pop this on. Okay, come on, this way around. Okay, so that is sorted. Let's do our intake and the carburetor. Let's just pop this onto there. And this engine should be running as good as new. Okay, now we need to take this off. Air filter. 1, 2. Where's the other bolt on this? There it is. Okay. Come on, there you go. Okay, so this carburetor and intake is shot. It doesn't look so good, so we're going to replace it rather with a new one. Let's get that into there. Zippity doodah, zip it up. Okay, air filter lid. Air filter, how's this air filter? 64%. Yeah, it'll have to do. Okay, and just like that, we've got the engine sorted out. And next up, we need to buy an exhaust for the car. It doesn't have an exhaust. Exhaust sedan, I think that actually works with the wagon as well. So that is pretty good. So that part of the job is sorted. Now we need to get our cross member installed before we can drop the engine in. So let's come over here. What am I going to do with this? I could have sworn I put it on the table, but it's probably going to be all weird and stuff. Okay, you know what? Yeah, well, what the heck. We'll just leave it there. Okay, so let's bring this a bit closer. Okay, we are going to need a radiator and, yeah, the hoses. But first, I think let's do a little bit of body work and, yeah, just sorting out the suspension. So we're going to lift her up a bit. Okay, let's get the front cross member into place. So we are going to be buying some new parts for this, like the springs as well. We definitely need those, otherwise this thing is going to drive absolutely terribly. Okay, and let's get this engine onto there. Okay, zip it down. A little bit of lag there. Oh yeah, we forgot about the starter. We should probably just buy a starter as well, because that'll help. Now where is the starter? Starter right over there. Okay, so that's 93 bucks. But at least now we've got a brand new starter as well for the engine. Okay, we'll just zip it down there for now. I don't know if we can get to the top bolt, which we can. Okay, so that is looking pretty good. So guys, we've got our front cross member in at least. We are going to have to take this apart at the back, because I think this axle might actually be better than the one in the car. So there's only one way to really find out, and that is to strip it off and see. We are going to have to take off this rusty out cap as well. Just put it there for now. Okay, let's get this wheel off. I think this is the only good tire that we have for the Steelies. So a nice thing that I've noticed about the Steelies is they don't pick up wear. So if you have a look at this wheel, there's no percentage showing up on these, but on the alloy wheels or the mag wheels, they actually do tend to get some wear. So this one is only a 3%, so I'm a little bit skeptical of using it. It might end up giving us flat tires the whole time and leaking and stuff, so I think it's fine. We'll just decide what we're going to do in terms of wheels for the car. Maybe I'm just going to go buy another Steely and just put a full set of Steelies on this thing. I mean, this is our first car. It's not going to have alloy wheels and lowered suspension and anything fancy whatsoever. Might do a drive shaft. We'll see how if there's going to be money for it. Differential, we might have to replace this as well. I guess we'll see once we take this thing on its maiden voyage, if it's going to run and drive like a regular car, or if we're going to have any trouble, because this thing is only at 12%. Okay, but yes, let's see what else we need to take off here. We're going to take off the lower control arms, upper control arms. Brake line is also a bit in the way. Okay, hey, we've got a good-ish rear spring. So those are luckily easy to change, but this is what we wanted to check. The axle is at 63%. That one is 70%. Okay, so that one is a tiny bit better. Okay, there's our one hub on this side, 41%. I think the two that we've got on the table from the donor cars are a little bit better. Okay, let's just check this one as well. Crap, I might have to take this caliper off first, but let's take off the hose. Okay, so we've got two good brake hoses. Not really great, but still usable. Okay, brake caliper can come off this side. Yeah, I don't think there's anything worthwhile using in this. So I'm going to get some new calipers. We've got some other old busted ones here from our donor vehicles as well. So yeah, we've got 0 brake calipers that are in good condition. All right, now we can take this hub off and just inspect it. Okay, so that's 49%. The other one was, what was it, 47. Okay, so yeah, we're going to be using this axle with the two better hubs. Okay, let's get this handbrake cable off here as well. As we did get a handbrake cable off the donor vehicle as well. Okay, so that's 54%. Where did I put the other one? That's 43%. Okay, so we've got a handbrake cable over here we're going to use on the axle over there. Let's just get this one out of the way so that we don't get confused. Okay, so this is the one we're going to build for the car. Alright, handbrake cable. Would you come on? I want you to lay down so that I can put the freaking handbrake cable on. Okay, you're going to be like that now? Nope, don't you dare. Okay. Finally got it sorted. Okay. Now I can't reach that bolt. Where the heck is it? There it is. Okay, so finally we've got the frickin' axle sort of, well, the handbrake cable sort of bolted down. This might be an issue getting this onto the car now with the handbrake cable. No, it's not. Okay. We've got that upper control arm there, which will just hold it into place for now, I guess. Let's have a look over here. We just want to take this off because we do have got a better one. Okay, so we'll pop that down over there. Where's this other main brake line? There it is. Okay, let's just get this into position, and we know that part is sorted at least. All right, great stuff. So we can do rear brake disc on this side, the better one. You know what, I think it all depends on how much money we have left, guys. I don't want to go and buy new stuff just right off the bat. This is our first car. I mean, it's going to be a little bit of a jalopy or a wreck. 21% on this lower arm. That one is 29%. So we've got a better one over here for the rear. Okay, so that one can go over. No. Go over there. Okay. Zip that up. I mustn't forget, we still need to cut this wheel well out. The wheel well needs to be cut out as well. Okay, and I think I put the better ones over here. And let's just check this one on this side. Did we take it off? No, we didn't have one on that side. Okay, so that's 37, that's 29, that is 21. Okay, so we are using the ones on the table here. Okay. Luckily, these are easy to replace afterwards, so we can always do that if we see we've got enough money for it. But for now, I just want to kind of put the puzzle together so we can see what we've got and what we don't have. Just mustn't forget about the brake disc that I popped on there. Okay, that one is 35%. How is this one on the car? Just see if this one is better. No, it's worse. Okay, so we're going to pop on the one that we had. Okay, over there. Great stuff. Perfect, perfect. We're going to need to install the differential. I don't know if this is going to work still. This is probably the part that I'm going to be most skeptical of. Well, at this stage. I don't think the drive shaft will be an issue. Might have a little bit of noise coming from it. I don't know. We'll see. I don't really think that is a thing. We also still need to check this gearbox out. How does one get the gearbox? Of course, because I just freaking tightened it up here. Okay, there we go. Let's just check this gearbox. 71%. How's the other one that we've got? We've got another one here on the table. Okay, that is 55%. So the one that came out of the car is actually better. So we'll just put that back in. Okay, sorted that out. Let's bolt up the transmission to the engine. Okay, I know there are 2 more bolts at the top. We'll get to those in a bit. Alrighty, so let's just see what we've got here else. Shock absorber. We've got one good shock absorber. Well, not really a good shock absorber, but a good looking shock absorber. Okay, so what do we need? We need one more shock absorber and we need one coil spring. Or suspension spring. I guess that's what they call it. Alrighty, let's do a little bit of shopping. Suspension. We still need to get the radiator as well. I'm going to try and get to everything slowly but surely. My methods might be a bit different to what you would do. But yes, rear shock absorber, rear spring. I think we've got steering column. Okay, so we'll just check what else we need and what we're going to have money for in order to get this thing up and running. Okay, let's pop this in the backpack. We'll grab this. Okay, and then pop this one on as well. No, we should actually not, because we still need to cut the wheel well out. Okay, so let's maybe do that first. Where's our tools? There it is. Okay, we still got a cutting disc on here as well, which is great. Okay, so let's chop this off. I mean, we'll just replace it because we've got a better one. Okay, so that one is toast. Okay, let's just pop the new one on. Okay, this is also toast. Okay, put that into there. And now we need to weld this thing into place. Where's our welding machine? I think I put it over there. We might need some electrodes. Welder. Here it is. Okay, so we are going to be welding for the first time with our welding machine. Okay, put this thing on here. Put that onto there. Okay, now we need to bring this closer because this thing doesn't have a very long reach. Okay, let's weld this back in. Okay, looks like we've got a bit of a panel gap over here. I don't know if it's damaged or what. Where's our hammer? Let's just check this out quickly, because this side looks decent. How's this one doing? I don't know. Maybe it's the quarter panel, guys. I don't know. Okay, you know what? screw it. As I said, it's our first car. It's not going to be perfect. It's just going to do for us, get us from point A to point B. Mostly being the junkyard and back, because we are going to be buying some parts and cleaning them up and maybe selling them, make a little bit of money otherwise. So yeah, we still need to get our screwdriver for that brake disc, but I think let's go and do shopping. We're going to do all the brake parts quickly and then we'll sort that out. Okay, let's grab the screwdriver in the meantime. Okay, so brake parts. Alrighty, so we want both the rear calipers. We need the brake pads for the rear, and we've got 2 brake hoses. We're gonna need 1 brake disc at least. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna put this together. Okay, that is gonna be trash. Alright, pop that into there. Okay, calipers. No, come on, go in. There we go. Okay, calipers can go on. Okay, so we've got the rear right one over here. Okay, rear left. Just like that, everything is in position. For the front, we'll probably just have to buy everything new because we don't have anything for the front. Brakes wise, I think. Let's just see. Okay, there is a caliper on there, but I think it's also toast completely. So, yeah, we'll just replace it rather. Okay, rear brakes are on. Let's get this installed over there. Just bolt it down so that we know we've got good brakes on this thing. Oh, would you freaking come on here? Brake hose. Here we go. Great stuff, guys. Okay, so that part of the job is done, at least for the rear suspension. We've got a lot more parts coming, probably. That's going to go to our junk pile. Okay, let's get our exhaust in while we are at it down here. I still need to tighten up all of the cables and stuff in there as well. Yeah, we still need to get those in as well. Okay, so where's our... you know what, I should probably just bring this thing closer. Let's put it down on the floor. Grab this. Rear spring, we'll just pop that into there. Okay, pop this one into that side, so that is good. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do with regards to the wheels, let's take the 2 smooth steelies. We're going to put them at the back. Because I think that tire, the profile on this is too high for the front, well, for the rear. So we're going to have to put that one in the front at least. Okay, so zip that up. Okay, now we need to tackle the front suspension, which is relatively complete by the looks of it. We need a brake disc over here, and yeah, we'll just replace it with a new one. Well, get a new one for it. Same on the other side, but that side we also need a hub carrier. Looks like there's a decent brake pad in there, but I'm not going to bother with that. Shock absorbers look good on both sides. The upper control arm, lower control arms, those are all a bit rusty, but they seem to be straight. Doesn't look like they are bent or anything. Tie rods still look, yeah, kind of decent. Steering rack looks a bit shot. But yes, everything else still looks kind of intact. We just need to replace those springs. Let's take out the old ones. You can see those are trash. Okay. Okay, now we're going to go do some more shopping for the front suspension and for the brakes. Okay, so we are still on brakes, so let's get the 2 discs that we need, the 2 brake lines. We need the front pads, the 2 front calipers, and I think that is that. How's our money doing? It's getting low, guys. It's just, yeah, I need to think carefully of what I buy. We need the hub carrier for the front left with a hub. Okay, and then we also need the 2 front springs at least. Okay, so let's put this all together as far as we can. Brake caliper goes in there. Our brake pad goes in the caliper. Okay, sort this all out here. Okay, so we'll pop that in our backpack. That, everything. Okay, those are just two empty boxes. We can probably just dispose of these cardboard boxes in the trash can. Okay, so there we go. We've got everything I need, hopefully. Let's pop out the springs from our backpack. We'll pop them straight into there. Okay, great stuff. And now we can do the, that's for the front right. Brake discs. Okay, we need brake discs on there, but we need to do the, whatchamacallit, this thingy. Yeah, that needs to go on there first. The hub needs to go on. Okay, this needs to go that side. Okay, so are we missing a... Where the freaking hell is my other brake pad? Did I just chuck it? I could have sworn I took out the fourth brake pad out of that carton. You know what? Let's come digging through the trash a bit. We're gonna have to make do with what we have, I guess. Because I wasn't, yeah, focusing on what I'm doing. Okay, so we're gonna have one used brake pad in this caliper then. Was it this one? No, this one is fine. So it's on this one. Why are we missing a brake pad on this one? Wait a freaking minute. What the heck is going on here? Where's my pry tool? Let me just check this out. Because now I'm confused. What in the actual... Oh, okay. I don't know. Why is this brake caliper possessed? Okay, so apparently the brake pad is in there. It just doesn't show up. Okay, well, I'm not going to question it. I'm not going to freaking question it. Let it just do what it wants to do. We are going to continue, and if this thing has brakes, it's got brakes. If it doesn't have brakes, then we'll stop against the wall, I guess, or something. Okay, brake disc, no, Funcle. Hub first, there we go. Okay, hub on. Brake disc on. This one. Screwdriver, zip that up. Zip that up. Okay, and then we'll take you, give you a brake line. There. Okay, front left, brake caliper. There we go. Zippity doo-dah. Zip that up and zip that up. Did we? Yeah, we did. Okay, and then this one, the possessed caliper. Okay, come on. What in the heck is going on here? Okay, I'm pretty confident if I saved and reloaded the game, it would magically let our brake pad appear again. Okay, well, you know, that is just how things go sometimes in this game. Stuff is a bit buggy. Okay, let's just put our tools back, because now we need to get our... okay, what did I... Just give me the wrench again. Okay. We need to get our wheels on. Let's put this one on this side. Yeah, that is going to look pretty good once this thing is fixed. Alright, I think this is the... Yeah, that's the better wheel, although... I think let's just check this out. Because I know the tires also show wear. Okay, so that tire is on 60%. This rim is 48%. Yeah, let's check this tire and see if it's the better one of the two. 57, 60%. Okay, so that tire is a bit better. Okay, pop that onto there. Okay, so this is our alloy, guys. We've got an alloy. One singular alloy wheel going on our lad wagon. As I said, I am going to replace it with another Steely at some point. I don't know when exactly. We will see. This is going to go to the bin because I don't trust the 3% on it. And besides, it's just my OCD kicking in as well. So That'll stay there. This tire will be good enough for a backup for some vehicle sometime. Okay, so this is all trash that needs to go over to our pile over there, along with this rubbish over here. Let me just neaten up a bit so that I know what the heck's going on and nothing's just laying in the way. Okay, but yes, I think if we now lower this car back down, we should have it sit kind of, yeah, the way it should. Because I want to see if we can push this thing out from the lift in order to, yeah, get all the body panels and stuff mounted. Yeah, it's going to be easier to work like that. Okay, put it down. Let's see what it looks like when we take these ramps out or the lift arms out. That tire will be flat because we took the tire off, and that one seems to be flat anyway. So let's grab our pump. Yeah, this is the primitive way of pumping up wheels, so let's quickly get this sorted. Okay, I think that is good. We may have overinflated it. Let's just go one more up again. Okay, and this one. Alright, come on, start picking up. There we go, there it goes, there it goes. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Okay, I think we overinflated this one as well. Okay, and that is job done for now. Okay, so let's push this thing forward. There we go. Alright, so now I think we are ready to start putting the interior and also the body back together. We've got some spare parts and stuff laying around. So we can start with the interior, I think. We are going to need the driver's seat, which is very important. And I was kind of thinking, since we want to use this thing for hauling parts and stuff up and down, I'm going to take the back seat out. It's going to give us a bit more space, although I don't really think it's a big difference whether you keep it or not. I don't know, because I think sort of the stuff just glitches through the back seat anyway. But yeah, we will get a new back seat for this car once we decided what we're doing for interior. So this is going to go to the pawn shop. That's the word I was looking for. All right, and I've got a better passenger seat for this thing at least. It came out of one of the other donor vehicles. I think it came out of the sedan. Okay, so this seat is going to go to the pawn shop for scrap. And let's grab the green one over here. And just look at all that cargo space. Yeah, we're going to be hauling some stuff in this thing, guys. Might actually get a trailer hook for this car as well. So that we can actually tow trailers as well. I mean, that is kind of the way how to get vehicles back and forth from the junkyard without paying for the towing service, because towing service costs us $100 every time we want to move a vehicle about without actually transporting it ourselves. Okay, let's weld up this rocker panel. We still need to buy a rocker panel for the other side because we don't have one. Did I just? Yeah, I did. Okay, so I got that weld done without actually looking at the weld. Let's get this welded on the face of the car. And boom, just like that, the car actually starts looking like a car again. Okay, so we'll weld up there. Then we will weld absolutely nothing because we don't have an electrode. Alrighty, let's get an electrode in. Still need to weld there. Weld over here. And now this side is going to be tricky-ish because we don't have, well, we've got a fender installed on this side. Okay, so, but yeah, there we go. We sort of made a plan to get that right. Okay, we do have a couple of parts we need to bolt onto this thing. So we are going to be replacing that fender on this side because we've got this fender on here for the, yeah, I don't know what to call it, but it's got a, we are giving this thing a facelift. Let's just call it that. So yeah, this fender is for the other grille. or the other front end. So we're going to be installing this one that's going to match our current grill. Okay, so let's just zip this down. Zippity-doo-dah. There we go. Alright, and then we can get this one on. I was kind of thinking of de-rusting the parts beforehand, but I think that's something we're going to do once we start to beautify the car. Yeah, let's call it beautify the vehicle. That is what we're going to do once we get to that. So we've got a replacement front right door. Okay, if we don't slam ourselves in the face with the door the whole time. Okay. We are going to replace the door because that one has got some rust on it right over here. So we're going to just pop this one on because I think this one is rust free. Or at least I hope so. Okay, let's see. Okay, zip that up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That is looking very good. We are making progress. And this is our driver's door, which is completely missing on this wagon. Okay, and let's just bolt that down as well. Looking pretty sharp. Okay, so we've got a working window winder there. We've got no window winder there. We've got a broken one here. Where did I... Oh, okay, yes, I recall now. We've got this one, but we've got the wrong glass on this thing. So this is for the sedan. We are going to pop it on. I decided to get rid of all of the green interior bits, the door panels, because yeah, we're going to be just replacing all the interior. So that is also part of our junk pile on the other side of the room over there. So yeah, there they are. So we're going to be replacing that. We do need the steering column, and I actually like the older dash a little bit more, the one that we currently have in the car, but yeah, we don't have a cluster for it at this stage, and we are kind of doing a facelift on this vehicle, so we are going to replace it with a newer spec one, I guess. Because to me, this one looks a bit older than the one that's currently going in the car. This one over here from the... I think this came out of either the sedan or the coupe. Can't really remember because, yeah, that episode was a while ago. Recorded a while ago. So yeah, today is the 31st of March for me at the time of this recording. So yes, we are going to take out the stereo, because sometimes it's nice to have a radio in a car. I mean, and it also just sort of completes the look, you know. Okay, so there we go. We've got the gear stick. Going to pop the gear stick in. 2 screws to secure that. Okay, and then I wanted to check the handbrake lever, what the condition is. This thing looks absolutely toast. Okay, so let's unbolt that, zip it out. Okay, that's 2%. 2% health on this thing. So I think the one that we're popping in, this green one, yeah, that's much better. Okay, let's pop that into there. And that way we've got a working... Yeah, although I think even the 2% one would still work. Okay, so we've got a backup hood for another LAD project sometime in the future. So we're just going to keep these things that aren't rusty around. I think the door can probably go... we're not going to bother with the door panel on that, because that door panel is shot anyway. And as for the fender... I don't know, maybe we should keep the fender around as well, because we might end up doing another LAD project at some point. But I think our next vehicle is definitely going to try and be a pickup truck. Something that can haul some more parts and also maybe do a little bit better at towing. As I think our little wagon here is going to be struggling a bit with the towing of certain things, like the big trailer with a pickup truck on the back of it. Might struggle a bit, but we'll see. That might be an adventure for some time. So now we are going to need the radiator and the hoses. Where is radiator? Okay, there's the hose. Here's the radiator. There's the other hose. Okay, so that is good. Let's get this put back together. Okay. Just like that. Okay, so we're gonna need the wrench. Okay, and zip that up. Zip that up. Okay, now come here, radiator. Okay, now we're gonna pop this thing in. Okay, so this is going to need coolant. Alright, I just wanted to check this as well. Yeah, I think the brake fluid looks good, and we did tighten up that bolt, which is good to go. Alright, so let me grab the dipstick once again. Just make sure this thing has got oil in it. Okay. Alright, pedals. Okay, let's just check our pedals in the car. First of all, what condition these are as well. We still need to buy the rocker panel. Pedals are actually better in the car. That's 75%. These are 79%. Oh, can you come on? Okay, so we're going to stick to those pedals. Now we need the rocker panel and then just some coolant, which I think this coolant, and we also need a battery. I don't think this coolant is going to be enough, so we'll see. If this thing fires up, we'll take it for a little bit of a ride around the block. We'll go and pick up some coolant over at the shop if we don't spill the little bit of coolant that we have. Because I think it shouldn't overheat just driving from here to the gas station, because I also want to put in some gas in this thing. Okay, so that is what we had. Because we attempted to fill up a radiator in a customer job and that didn't go too well. So what do you guys think? You think this thing is going to start with the current battery that we have? I don't know. Let's see. Maybe we don't have to replace the battery. It'll be great if we don't have to, because that means we've got more money for stuff to make more money. Might be able to do a transmission job as well. Okay, so yeah, why did I close the freaking door? We want to see if this thing's going to crank. Well, there's juice. Okay, so I forgot the most important part of a vehicle. You guys know what it is? Yeah, this is a common issue. Fuel line. How the heck are you supposed to get the fuel to the engine if you don't have a fuel line, Funcle? Okay, there we go. Let's pop this thing in right over there. And now, if we do the bolts on the transmission as well and all the cables, that'll also help. Because I just remembered I haven't done this yet. So starter bolt is done, alternator bolt is not done, and the ground cable is not done. That is done, and yeah, these battery cables actually came with the wagon, so didn't have to replace that. Alright guys, so now let's keep our fingers crossed that this thing's going to fire into life. Why are thou not starting? I think that is empty. Is it? Can we just see? Does it move? It doesn't move an inch. Okay, so we need to put gasolina in this thing. Okay, we do have got a fuel tank. Yeah, let's... Come on. There we go. And we've got some gas in the jerry can, I believe. Although we did fill the charger, 69 charger in the first episode with this gas. Let's see if there's enough to get this thing just up the hill into the gas station. Well, that should be enough to get this thing to fire up, if we're lucky. Otherwise, I probably messed up somewhere, something. No, she runs. She runs. Woohoo! Okay, I still wanted to replace the rear view mirror, but let's take this thing for a short drive. Okay. Hey, she moves. She's got brakes. I'm happy. She sounds good. Got a little bit of weird smoke coming from the exhaust, but I think it's okay. It's fine. It'll be fine. Just gotta take it nice and easy. But yeah, she runs. She runs. I am so happy we've got our first vehicle. And I think we actually did quite well. Just doing a quick brake test. Making sure this thing runs and brakes and does what a vehicle or a car does. Does she do car things? Yes, she does. Alright, so I've had a comment asking about the color that we are going to be painting this thing eventually. I don't know, once we get this thing cleaned up a bit, we're going to see what color is underneath all this dirt and grime. And then we're going to decide what color we're going to go with. Maybe we'll just paint it the current color. Because if we look at the vehicle information, the original color is actually a very bright, well, a very subtle pink. Let's call it subtle pink. But the current color of the vehicle is black. It looks like it's a dark color. So we'll see. Maybe we'll stick with the black. Okay, we are going to need to put in the coolant as well in the radiator. No, don't waste money. Okay, but let's fill up this gas tank. I don't know if it's going to leak out. Might be worthwhile replacing the gas tank at some point. So for now, we're just going to have to rock and roll with it as it is. Okay, that is a full tank of gas. Okay, so let's get our radiator filled up. So I don't think we've got much in here. Actually, not too shabby. I think it should have been fine. Okay, come on, come on. There we go. Oh, for freaking hell. Okay, here we go. It's filling now. Yeah, these gas station, these, what do you call it? These curbs at the gas station. Makes it hard to put fuel in your vehicle sometimes because if you move backwards and forwards, you end up jumping around and then you miss your filling mark, if I can call it the filling mark. But okay, let's get this thing filled up. This is going to take a hot minute. Although luckily we only need to put one in this radiator, so it should be fine. It shouldn't take too long. Alrighty, so yeah. Also, guys, drop some comments down below if you've got any suggestions on what color we need to try and paint this thing. Would you look at that? We've got a full radiator. No, you need to come there. Okay. Alright, so we've got a full radiator, and yeah, as I said, I want you guys to comment down below what color do you think we should paint this thing. And yeah, we probably need to still go and do the rocker panel. So let's go do that. Let's go get ourselves a left rocker panel, although it's not really necessary for the vehicle to drive. I mean, she's already running and driving quite well. Yeah, I think she actually runs well. It doesn't even pull to a side or anything. It's actually runs straight. Yeah, I think we did good on this one. We are going to give her a bit of a bath shortly. And we are going to load the parts and try and go and sell that. Because now we've got some method of transport for that. But let's grab ourselves a rocker panel. For the lad. That is underbody. Let's just wait for it to load up. Okay, and we need the left rocker. If I can find it. That's the right one. The left one should be a little bit higher up. There it is. Okay, I've got it. Okay. Yeah, it took my eyes a couple of seconds to find it. Okay, there we go. So that's going to go on there. Welded up to the B pillar. We've got a weld over there. And there's another one here. Perfect. So that is sorted. Great stuff, guys. So now I am quite confident in saying that the car is nearly perfect. Well, not perfect, but complete. Okay, so let's pick up some of this trash into our backpack. We're gonna pop it into the trunk. Okay, so let's go and drop all of this junk off. Oh, come on, lean in there. Okay, what is this? This is our thingy-majingies. Okay. That can go there. This can go into the trunk. Yeah, this is going to make our life so much easier now that we've got a vehicle of our own to utilize. This can go in the trash. I don't think they pay you for it over at the junkyard or the pawn shop for that. These hubs will keep them on the table if they don't roll off. These things just like to roll off always. Stay. Okay, this axle, yeah, we could actually just pop it in the axle. We do have the B-pillar trims and stuff, but I don't think we're going to bother with interior on this car just yet. I'm not too worried about that. I do want to maybe... we'll hang on to that as well. I do want to maybe just swap out this mirror, because, yeah, that broken mirror in the car... come on. Yeah, the broken mirror in the car just looks meh. So let's undo this one, zip that out, okay. Now let's just put our headliner back in. Hey, this mirror is also quite shot, but it still looks good. Yeah, this one is on 3%. I think the one we put in is in 33%, so yeah, which is not terrible. It's not great. So we're going to keep that brake pad, we're going to keep that handbrake cable there, the pedals can stay, this can go, we're going to get rid of this. Oh, we nearly forgot about the windshield wiper thingy. What do they call that again? That's the wiper motor. Yeah, because we've actually got two of these that came out of the donor vehicle. So that one is 67%, this one is 54%. We've got a good looking wiper motor, well, wiper arm on the one. Okay, let's just take this one off the car first of all. Okay, come here. Okay, so none of these arms look good. Yeah, that looks bad, and that one also looks bad. We'll check it out in a second. Come on, there we go. Okay, so the arm itself is 32%. That is 54%. How's this one? Come on, there we go. Okay, that one is 16%, so that one is shot, and the arm itself is also 30%, so motor is shot. Okay, this motor is 54%. What is this? This is a 11% wiper blade. Not gonna worry about that one then. We can go back onto there. This one is 9%. Okay, that is probably gonna be trashed. Let's just put it on this one. I'm gonna make it easier for us to transport all of this stuff over to the pawn shop. Okay, let's zip that down to that. We'll put all the junk together. Okay, that is good. Let's check this wiper arm. Condition of it. 53, and that is 54. Looks like this one is the better one. That one is also busted. Did I check this wiper blade? Yeah, 11%, so that can still stay there. This one might have to be a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, so we'll pop this one on that arm. Let's pop this one on that arm. Grab this wrench of ours. We're going to take off this busted arm. Put that onto there. Grab this one. Pop it onto there. Okay, actually we should take this off because we're going to keep the wiper motor. Because that way we've got a backup wiper motor. Okay, so that wrench needs to come with us first of all. Okay, let's get this installed back on the car. Okay, and that way we should have functioning windscreen wipers, although they aren't really useful or needed in the game just yet. Then maybe later with an update there will be actual rain splatter on the windscreens. That'll be nice, then you'll actually have a use for it. Okay, so let's do this a little bit more professionally. Let's drive this thing over to here. Actually should keep this thing running to see if it blows up or what. Yeah, let's leave her running for a bit. Okay, while we load the parts quickly. Alright, this is gonna be a bit of a process, so I'm gonna do this quickly and just leave the car running, and then yeah, I think let's speed this up a bit for you guys. Alrighty, so I think that is kind of full, but yeah, I really just chucked everything in. I didn't really pack it neatly or anything like that. So let's go and get this rubbish sold quickly. And I accidentally got the rear seat mounted. Temperature still looks good. Looks like our gas tank is kind of holding its fuel as well, so that is good. Alright, let's take this over to the pawn shop square. Well, we can probably leave it in the car while the car is running. Okay, let's hop out here quick and get this sold. It's gonna be loud. Damn. Okay, I might have to just adjust the volume on the editing of that. Yeah, because that cha-ching is a little bit too loud. It's gonna probably bust somebody's eardrums if I keep the volume at the original volume. Alright, let's go back. We're gonna load the other stuff, and then we're gonna see if we can get this thing washed up quickly as well, because I really want to see what is underneath all of this dirt and grime. Okay, reverse back, Funcle. There we go. Looks good. Okay, we're gonna switch it off now, save some gas, because I just wanted to see if this thing is gonna warm up and if it's gonna overheat or anything, but I think she's good. We've got a brand new radiator. Our engine is fairly decent. It's just the car doesn't look like much at this point because the thing is so rusty, and we've got some odd parts installed on it. That backpack is full. So, but I think it's going to be quite simple for us to make this thing look good now, because it's just going to be a matter of cleaning it up first of all. If we wanted to, we can replace the trunk floor, and that will make that fixed as well. Let's get rid of this engine block. This headline is actually for the sedan. I should have actually sent that over to Laszlo as well, but he's probably done with the vehicle by now, because he's been cracking at it. Why the heck is the seat just... No, that's not how it's supposed to work. Okay. Now that is interesting. Okay, kind of how the seat doesn't want to be an item that just sort of wants to fall through everything. Again, we're going to pop in that rear glass from the customer's wolf, and I think it should be good. So that is going to clean up the garage completely. Alright, let's take this over to the pawn shop square again. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how long this battery is going to last, because the thing is on 7%. But I did put it up on charge a bit. It might actually keep working as long as you keep it charged. Okay, and we're going to park up in the square again. Alright, and go cha-ching. Oh, that was super loud again. There might be some volume adjustment done to that during editing. But guys, now we've got, how much money? 1,309 bucks just by selling all of the rubbish. And our car is definitely running and driving amazingly. It drives like an absolute dream. We did miss something over there on the floor. Okay, let's go pull it over here. Yeah, something probably just decided to go through the floorboard of the car. And I don't know, I don't think it's because of the rust in the trunk floor as such. Let's quickly do this, because it's getting dark out and I want to really see what this thing's going to look like in the sunlight. Gonna take a nap until, yeah, that should be good, 9:48. Okay, let's go and get this thing washed up and see how it turns out. So I think let's do this in a bit of a time lapse again for you guys, and I'll bring you back once this thing is cleaned up at least a bit. Alrighty guys, so there we go. We're just finishing up with the last bit of cleaning on this thing. It actually doesn't look too bad in this dark color. It kind of reminds me of the vehicle from Zero to Hero, Grandma's Lada wagon that we also had in the series. But hers was a little bit more purple, and this one is more towards the black color scheme. So yeah, but it definitely brings back a bit of memories to Zero to Hero series that we were running a couple of months ago. If you haven't had a look at that series yet, there is a link to the playlist down below in the description, or yeah, below the description of the video. So go and check that out if you haven't done so already. But yes, guys, I think that is going to be where I leave this episode for today. So the car is nice and clean, and it runs and drives. It still needs a bit of attention, such as getting rid of all the rust, and we might actually be able to get all of the glass that we need for this thing. Yeah, give it a bit of a paint job, and I think she's going to be A for away. Might have to just get a matching wheel for this corner, because we are currently rolling with the one alloy wheel here, so we'll get that sorted out. And then I'm in between two minds with regards to the front end, if we want to stick with the 4 headlight grille, or if I should just go ahead and grab a grille that's got, yeah, just the 2 holes for the headlights. We'll also grab another blinker, a matching blinker, because I kind of like the white clear blinker. And at the back we still need a taillight, so I think that is something we can at least look into. But yes, guys, I'm going to thank you all so much for tuning in once again in this episode. And do stay tuned, because we've got a lot more projects coming. So yeah, until the next time, guys, stay safe out there. Thank you so much for watching the videos. And also hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. But I'll catch you all in the next one.